Hey, old man, I can't believe you're retiring. I remember 42 years ago when we had just moved into Sylvan Road and you had just been promoted from being the Bible teacher at Central Christian School to being the principal. And I asked Mom what that meant. And she had a difficult time describing it, what it meant to be a principal. Well, 42 years later, I now know what it means to be a principal of a Christian school. It means someone who has dedicated their lives to raising and nurturing young men and women to be soldiers for Christ. And that is certainly what you've done over the last 42 years. You've dedicated your life to being a leader, a mentor for young men and women so they can grow up and raise their own families and serve and lead others to Christ's kingdom. And that is exactly what you've done. You know, I think back, it was such a wonderful time for me to be able to ride to school with you every day, for you to be my mentor, to be my father, and to have you walk hand in hand with me through school for, I guess, not only 12 years, but for 14 years if you count kindergarten. But just what a wonderful time it was for you to be there for me and to be my dad. And I just want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for being such a positive influence on my life, for being my mentor. I want to thank you for every time that I have an issue, I can call you up. You have an answer. If I'm sitting in church and the pastor says something and I want to make sure that that's right, I can call you and you'll have an immediate answer. And I thank you for that. You've been such a wonderful influence on my life. Elka, you've had such a great time with him. You've meant such an important part to him. The last 15 or so years, it's just been such a great joy to know that my parents have had such a wonderful time growing, being a part of your family. And I want to thank you for that. I want to finish off with this. Proverbs 17:6 says, "And parents are the pride of their children." And there's nothing more true than that. I've been so proud of you, Dad. So many times up here in New Jersey, I've Google Earthed Elka to show them what you've built, to show them, what a tremendous man you are. I'll Google Earth the facilities and say, hey, listen, this is what my dad built. And, that makes me so proud of you and proud to be your son. And finally, I want to end with this. In 1984, I gave you your first state championship. In 1985, I gave you your second state championship when we beat your nemesis, Athens Christian School. So, your little boy gave you your first state championship. Elka finished a lot of them, but I gave you your first. Have a great time, and I love you very much.